guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Stacy Crawley. On this channel, you will find motivational tips, tools, and strategies to help you reclaim your power, ignite your confidence, and fearlessly share your unique gifts with the world. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that every single time I drop a video, you will be notified. All right. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about forgiveness. Now, a lot of times when we talk about forgiveness, we're talking about we're us forgiving other people for things that they've done to us, transgressions that they have, done to us, and things that, or people, our past, things that our parents, we feel like lacked, whether it was emotional availability, whether it was enough attention, enough validation, things of those sorts. Whether we were in a romantic relationship with someone and they hurt us, they were disrespectful, they made us feel some type of way, which was, didn't feel good enough. We didn't feel valued. We didn't feel worthy of love because we were, I guess, what am I trying to say? We were deprived from those things. That's what I'm trying to say. Or even, situations at work with coworkers that have hurt us, that have betrayed us, that have, backstabbed us. So many different nuances that we can talk about when it comes to forgiveness. But in this particular video, I want to talk about forgiving yourself. I want to talk about releasing your past, forgiving yourself, and moving on. All right. So let's just kind of tap in. Let's kind of lean in a bit and focus on you in this moment. Now, if I can share a quick story with you guys. So growing up, I have a really big family. I am one of 14 grandkids. My mother is one of 9 children, and my grandmother had 9 kids. And I'm pretty sure at this point it's at least 30 great grandkids that my grandma would have had. Rest her soul, she passed away in March of 2011. But during this time growing up with my cousins, it was a fun time. It was just a lot of fun until it wasn't, right? There was this one summer where my cousins decided that I became public enemy number 1, right? So I was in a position where I was the only one that was getting taunted and harassed and bullied for the way I spoke, the way I looked, my personality, just things about me that they, 1, didn't understand, 2, didn't want to understand, and 3, they were, I guess, just being kids and just being mean. So going through that whole process, it really, really hurt me. It really, really made me feel like no one really likes me. If this is coming from my family, then, oh my gosh, like, what is the world going to be like? Right. And then I had those same bullying experiences that happened in school when I was in elementary school from so-called friends. Right. So I had a lot of trauma from my past that actually followed me into my adulthood. So there have been times in my adulthood where I have questioned myself. I have doubted my abilities. I have haven't felt, worthy of love. I haven't felt good enough, and all those things because of the hurt from my past that has kept me stuck. It has even created this level of perfectionism where I feel the need that I have to be perfect, because if I'm perfect, that means that they're not going to talk about me. People aren't going to, judge me. They're not going to have anything to say because I'm going to beat them to the punch, because I'm going to be everything that I think that I'm supposed to be in terms of a perfect person, which I've later figured out it doesn't exist. Okay. But I said all that to say is that pain and that hurt stuck with me for so long. It stuck with me for so long, even until my motherhood journey, right? So when I became a mom and I questioned everything about my parenting, right? I felt like I wasn't being the best mom that I could be. I felt like I needed to be this perfect mom because of course, I saw on social media all these mothers who had it together, right? Looking at the highlight reels and so forth. So those things followed me. And what did it do? It hindered me from being my best self. Anytime you're holding on from the past and you're carrying those tons of bricks around, it keeps you from really operating in your gifts, your talents, your abilities, and being the person that God called you to be, the person that you were destined to be, right? So these are 4 things that I actually had to do that helped me personally to really let go, release my past, to release that strain that I was carrying, that stress that I was carrying, that burden that I was carrying, so that I can be the best person that I can be. All right. So let's get into these 4 things, because I want to help you do the same thing, especially if you're in a position right now and you're dealing with carrying the burdens of your past. You are carrying the depression from that, the anxiety from those experiences. I want to free you today. All right. So let's get right into it. All right. So number 1, you have to accept. Hear me now. You have to accept yourself as you are. Accept that you are human. Accept that you're going to make mistakes, right? Accept that the things from your past don't define you. Give yourself grace. Understand that it might have happened to you, but don't take it personal. And I know that that's hard to hear. And it took me quite some time to really accept that a lot of times when people do things to us, it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with that person. That person might be going through something themselves. And you heard the term hurt people hurt other people, right? So more than likely, those people in your life that have hurt you, have traumatized you, or what have you, they were going through something themselves, right? So what I want you to understand is that you're human, right? And whether you gave away your power to someone, whether you allow people to treat you like a doormat because of your past, whether you have, been in situations where you didn't think as highly of yourself as you should, so many different things. Those are mistakes that we've made based on our own past experiences. But I want you to know that you're human, sweetheart, and you're gonna make those mistakes. And it's a part of growth. We have to make mistakes in order to grow. Okay. So number 2, you have to take time to really sit down, get quiet, and reflect on those lessons that you learned. It's not easy, because a lot of times we want to we want to just be like, oh, no, that person hurt me. They did this, they did that. No, but what did you learn from it? What did you learn from those negative experiences? And on the flip side, what was the blessing in it? Because there's always a silver lining in everything, right? To me, in my personal life, I see this, that everything has a reason and a season. So you're going to go through seasons of life, and things are going to happen, and they're going to happen for your good, whether you believe it or not. But it's some good comes out of every traumatic experience. Something good. It's all about perspective, right? So in my personal experience, the lesson was to not worry about what people think of me, to accept me for me, and to be okay with me, and understand that I am, a child of God, and he sees me as beautifully and wonderfully made. And the blessing in that was that it helped me to propel myself into this space where I'm just like, I'm enough. I'm enough. Now, granted, I don't have it all figured out, because I still struggle from time to time, and we all will. But I know what I need to do when I get in those spaces. I tell you that. I take time to think about the lesson and the blessing in that situation. Okay. Number 3, take time to rediscover yourself and take risks. What I mean by that? What do you like now? Who are you? What do you like to do? What is it that you can do or experience that's going to light you up? It's going to set your soul on fire. It's going to bring immense amount of joy and happiness into your life. What does that look like for you? Trying something new, getting therapy, finding a life coach, someone that's going to help you channel all those feelings so that you can move forward, giving you strategies and tips and tools to help you move forward. I personally believe that we all have a purpose in life. We all were created for a unique purpose. The thing about it is, life happens, right? And a lot of times we get knocked down, we get knocked down, I'll say that. And it's hard to get up sometimes. It's hard to figure out who we are again. It's hard to really dig ourselves out of that hole that we've put ourselves in, or the experience has, rather. You know, the depression, the anxiety has followed us and so forth. But what can you do to set the tone for your new life that you want? I know for me personally, I had to start doing a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love. I had to start affirming myself more. I sought therapy. I worked with a coach. So many different things to really help me to refocus and to release those ton of bricks that I was walking around with on my shoulders from my past. Like I said, it's not easy. It's a journey. It's not a destination. This is all a journey. And you're going to go through ebbs and flows of the journey, right? But you get the tools and the strategies and the tips, and it helps you to overcome those moments or cope with them when they come along, right? So number 4 is to visualize what you want for your life. That kind of coincides with number 3, but this is more definitive. So number 4, visualize what you want for your new life. So one of my favorite scriptures is in Habakkuk 2, and I think it's more so around like verse 2 to 3 or something like that. And it says, write the vision and make it plain. But what does that mean? It means to write the vision for your life, that goal that you want to accomplish, that thing you want to do, that person you want to be. Sit down and write it. When you write something out, when you think about it and you write it, you start to move it into action. And the more you move into action, the more you start to believe that thing. Or do I have it flipped around? Sorry if I do. But you get what I'm saying, right? So sit down and write your vision and make it plain. Don't make it complicated. It doesn't have to be, something that's going to, be this long, elaborate dissertation. No, God said, write the vision and make it plain. Plain, okay? So I hope that this helps you. I hope that these steps help you to really, really release any trauma, any hurt, any pain from your past. I hope this video helps you to forgive yourself, affirm yourself, love on yourself, so that you can move forward in the best way possible and become the very best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Now, listen, if you're struggling in any of these areas and you want some help, I do private coaching, and I would love, love, love to chat with you on the phone for your free call. Book a free call with me, okay? I'm going to drop the link below. I want you to book your free call with me so that we can get on the phone and talk about where you are, where you want to be, and map out a game plan for you so that you can get to that place. And if you are excited about what we talk about and you want to work together, then we will move in that direction as well. Okay? So hopefully you will see the blessing and the lesson and everything. Okay? So I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care and be blessed. Bye.